What's up, y'all? I'm at Bluff View Farm Rocks this morning. Bluff View is a new location in Potosi, Missouri, available to rock hound at by appointment. All you gotta do is look them up on Facebook and the owner will get you out. And there's just so much good stuff here. It's incredible. One of the only places in the area that I'm aware of where you can find galena. And then the stuff that they've been finding recently, however, is also things unique to here, at least this area, at least it's available to just your casual rockhound collector, and that is just plates and pieces of honey calcite. So join me as we go look for some this morning, and let's see what we can find. All right, well, we're back here in the back part of the property where the galena mines are. Where we originally dug at is probably over this way, just a little ways and down the hill. But as you can see, there are spots here where the old miners from the 1700s or whenever the French were here just kind of made a pit and then left it. And so what you have around these pits, and you can kind of see remnants of it all kind of around. This is where people have been digging, but they just kind of threw away the stuff that they had found to the side and then went after the things they were actually looking for. So the things that we think are cool now, they obviously don't give a crap about because they're after the lead. But even right here, here's the beginnings of what we're starting to look for, which is just a sandstone. And then in the gaps of the sandstone, that's just all dogtooth calcite right there. So let's start looking. All right, so as you can tell, it looks like I'm on the beach. And that's because this whole rock layer up here is, I think it's dolostone and then it's sandstone. And so what we're finding, I've been digging right here in this spot. A couple of the ones I found so far that weren't on video. And he cleaned up, and I'll show you he cleaned up once I get them cleaned up. But as you can tell, it's just dogtooth calcite all over the place. And I have a good pile going. This is about 30 minutes worth of work, just kind of digging around and then talking with the landowner. I call that pretty good. That's pretty good for a couple hours work. So here we go. I'm going to start digging here and see what we can find. I'll do this one-handed. And again, I'm just kind of scratching at what used to be probably just refuse piles. This is probably where they were digging in the hole, and then they just kind of chunked out what they didn't want. And so some of this stuff's just eroded over time. So I can see nothing in this, just a big chunk of sandstone. So you toss it. But then right where that was at, you could start fishing around like that. And then you pick up a piece. And then that's a little barite and then a couple of little pieces of calcite on top. Obviously coated because you can't really see it that well, but it's there. Let's see if I can. Find a piece while we're filming. Here we go. So it's probably a piece of hematite, but I can't tell until I wash it off. And as you can tell, there's just refuse rocks all through here, which that is where this stuff is at. One of these big ones I'm going to turn over is going to be crazy. Nothing on that one? Nope. Nope, nothing on that one. I'll dig a piece out and then just kind of start combing through the dirt until I find something. So that's turtleback barite, which means I'm in the right place. A lot of it will grow on top of this barite. Hopefully you can see the turtle back in there. It's real hard to tell with the sandstone kind of surrounding it. All right, I'll shut this off and keep digging a little bit. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So as we dig down deeper into this, they're starting to come up pretty quickly. So here's a piece. So you can see the calcite crystal sticking up right there. Probably on the back of some barite. Hard to tell until we get it cleaned up. But there's a piece there. Oh, there's a piece there. Oh, that's a little ball. That guy. Little dog tooth sticking off the side there. You can see it. I can see it through it into the sky. I can see the clouds. It's beautiful. Now I'm starting to see some more down in here, just kind of free floating little pieces, which is good because that means it's here. There's a boulder. Anything on the boulder? Unless it's the biggest calcite I've ever seen. Oh, here's barite. It's for sure barite on top of that piece there. Which means we're in the right area. There's the free piece. It's that big piece. I see all the way through that. There's another big little chunk of calcite on top of barite. You can't tell a lot of these are what you're looking for just by sight alone, just because again they're covered by the beach here. But going through here and looking for points, looking for it to start to crystal up like that. So you can see the black on that. There's just a little bitty piece on top, and I just broke it. But start looking for that kind of that darker black color where it's kind of shining through the sunlight. So that's on top of some dollar stone crystals. So let's see. There's the bigger rock here. Oh, what's that? A little green. Maybe a little copper mineral in there as well. It's interesting. Yeah, there's some more green. Interesting. Might have to look at that. We're gonna have to look at that here together in a minute. Oh, there you go. Another piece there. See, so these are little chunks, and I know people have found bigger ones, so we're going to keep looking until we find some. All right. Well, we're getting into some stuff now. So here's just a free floater chunk. But then I already pulled this, but here we go. We'll show it to you now. So there you go. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned off, but that's all calcite all through there. There's some chunks that are kind of just breaking off, which is normal, but it's on couple different spots. I have to wash it to see what all is actually there, but oh, there's some more right here, right underneath there. Yep, you can see it for sure right there. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that big old ball. That's gorgeous. Dogtooth's right there. Man, if you didn't know better, it looks like druse quartz, doesn't it?
It's good.
And there's maybe another piece. Yeah, there's some on there. This is a good layer. This is where they chunk some stuff down. And they were finding blades of this stuff that were like this big. So, I mean, there's even some bigger ones than just these big knobs here, too. There's some that are really elongated. All right, let's see. There's a piece. Oh, look at that dog tooth there. There we go. That's a fun one. Set that here with the others. Free floater knobbly piece. Tree roots growing through. There's a big chunk. Okay. All right, well, phone's almost dead. Don't know why. It's just kind of sitting there open, but I guess that's enough. That's what I get for having an older phone. But show you a little bit of the damage that I was able to do, and then kind of explain maybe a little bit of a tip for those of you who might want to come out to see this. But otherwise, Todd's here and he can help you with all that. And yeah, he'll show you all the ropes whenever you come out. So don't worry about what I have to say, worry about what he has to say, but I'll show you a little bit. Here we go. All right, so again, we believe these are dump piles from when they dug out that open pit that's right there. And so we're thinking that a lot of the good calcites are going to be toward the top of this pile, although I dug down deep and found some big chunks, but some of the bigger plates and little druse balls that I was able to find came from like right here in this top layer of rock. So you can see the top of the hole is right there, and then right below it, probably like 4 inches, 5 inches from the surface, they were all in there. I'll show you how much I found in the couple of, well, it's been like 2 hours maybe that I've been here. Like, you could come here and just totally clean up. But I filled this bucket full of calcite. This doesn't look like much right now, but as I scrape some of the sand off, you can see that's there. That's a whole plate of calcite. It's huge. And then all those little chunks underneath it, those are all calcite. So, I mean, this is just one hole. And then real quick, I'll show you. So all this through here, through this hillside are more of these test holes. They either tested them or they dug them and then they reclaimed them by filling them back in with the next hole's debris. So there's no telling how many thousands of plates of this calcite are out here. They're going to be everywhere. And then that's not including what may happen if you know, they are able to maybe get a machine up here and dig a little bit or anything. Who knows what they will do in the future. But I mean, because look at all the ground that's here. I mean, there's this whole hillside. And then again, there's more galena hills that way. It's crazy stuff, man. This place is awesome. All right, here we go. We're going to clean some of these off. That's just a little bit of a wash. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, that's gorgeous. On top of barite. And then, like, this is a cool display. That right there is just a display piece, man. I gotta get this on the camera correctly. There we go. Get the zoom. Go. And there's this big piece here. But some of these I grabbed because I wasn't sure what they were. Like, that's a big piece of just dolomite crystals, just a big ball of it on barite. That's pretty cool. And then some of these, like this one, still the same thing, lots of dolomite crystals, but then you have calcite growing on top of the dolomite. So yeah, we picked up some of these up there. Yeah, that's just hematite. It's just like a glaze of hematite. Just a plate of it. Not sure what those were until we got up there, but oh yeah. And then all these, like, this is barite. It's a big chunk of it. This plate, I thought this was gonna be better than what it was. Unfortunately, it disappointed me, but it had a little bit on there, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's the way it works sometimes. Let's see. But I still have a whole bucket here to go through. Let's do a couple more. Hang on. All right, round 2. These are all the ones we already got that turned out pretty good. This one turned out a little less nice as what we were thinking it was going to be, but it still has turtleback barite on it. It still has some calcite, and then these pieces, they can speak for themselves. So here's round 2. Oh yeah, look at that, just revealing itself. All right, let's see what we got. Start over here. Come on, focus. Zoom in a little bit, I'll help it. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a perfect plate on top of some barite there. And then this, again, some of these I just grabbed because they look cool from the same spot. These all were dug out of that hole, but here you have the turtleback barite and then a couple of hematite raisins here on the top. So that one's cool, nice little combo. Anything else on there? Nope, that's it for that, but it's still cool. Here we have some more turtleback barite turned upside down. This is dolomite. That was from the last wash. Let's see. A little bit of turtleback there. Some dolomite. Here's another good crystal plate there. Very cool. All right, this one we picked up because we were curious what it was. It looks like it. If I didn't bring it, I think it did. And of course I would drop it. But it looks like some hematite, like stalactite formation, or flowstone, dripstone. Hard to tell. Definitely hematite though. Alright, and then we have some more turtleback here. A big knob of hematite raisin. That's what that ended up being. That's cool. On top of barite. Yeah, that one turned out weird. I like that. Needs to go and iron out. It'll make it even prettier. But then a couple more big, huge dogtooth plates on top of barite. These could even be, like this one here could probably be even rinsed a little bit more. Even that's looking good the way it is. But again, we're not gonna do all these because this would take us another hour, but look at all these I still have left to do. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill the bucket full of water, and then by the time I get all this home, it'll all be nice and soaked, and then like even what's in that crevice of that one will be freed up a little bit and it'll all wash out. But yeah, so this place is crazy. Bluff View Rocks. Come out here and get you some of this stuff. This stuff's it's everywhere. We even did a little test drive and looked at another spot that we found more at a different spot. That one may be a further location in the future, but the place I went to today, you could go up there right now. So come out here and get you some of this stuff, guys. All right, well, I've got all the rest of my pieces cleaned off from the dig earlier today at Bluff View, so let's check out and see if I ended up with any other good pieces of calcite and barite from the mine. All right, so here's what we ended up getting. We ended up with some really decent pieces of hematite. This one particular piece is really cool because it's got the turtleback barite on the piece with the hematite. I'm gonna throw that all in iron out when I get home. Ended up with some really cool plates of calcite. I'll show you more of those here in a moment, but some of them are just really interesting pieces of the turtleback barite with some hematite raisins like that. Also like that piece there. Really cool. Other pieces ended up getting into the combos like this. So here you can see the barite with the calcite on the top. Another piece here. Try to bring it over to the sunlight a little bit so you can kind of see the clarity. And of course, tons of little singles. I mean, tons of little singles. Just these are all different varieties. This one has like a little coating of the barite on the dogtooth, which is weird. Some of these are just chunks, some of these are perfect, some of these are weird. So check this dude out. Get that to focus. Come on, let's go. There we go. So you have the dogtooth here. Dogtooth not clearly, but then look at the termination on the bottom. Zoom in a little bit. Let's get that just right. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Look at how that terminated on the bottom. That is crazy. Anyway, tons of little pieces there. And then of course, over here, some of the better pieces of, they're not fully cleaned. They still need to be, they need to dry again and then go again. But as you can tell, like this piece has it all the way on there, all the way around it, almost like a shoe. Be really gentle with it because it is not strong material. But then all of these are pieces with the calcite on top of the turtleback barite. Here's a decent piece. There's a big piece there. Some smaller chunks here, just about as big as the other ones I got. This one's really nice. And then they just keep going, getting bigger. And then there's a big chunk there in the back. Yeah, and then other pieces here. Some just have a little bit in it. Otherwise, there's some dolostone around it, a little bit of barite. These other pieces have some dolomite crystals on them, a little bit of some different stuff. So like you can see this one. You can see the dolomite crystals kind of all over it. Very, very brittle. But yeah, and then there's just these pieces here. Some different varieties and different types of the turtleback barite. Some of them have calcite on them, like that piece, like that piece, that piece. This piece is another one with hematite raisins on it, and just all the way around. So there's just a lot of variety of the pieces here. Lots of cool little pieces. One of my favorite ones is this piece. It's just like it's like a hematite blade on the top. And then the barite on the bottom is just like a little round, little ball. And the same kind of goes for this one here. Just a cool little flower with hematite, not hematite, with calcite growing around it. Yeah. Pretty amazing day getting stuff, and that is not including what I got earlier that I already showed you. This is all the stuff that was still left in the bucket. So yeah, man, Bluff View, such a cool place, such a good spot to hunt for crystals. Cannot suggest more highly that you go there. Yeah, it's amazing. All right, well, that's basically it for this video. Please like and subscribe. man, go over to Bluff View Farm and Rocks on Facebook. Basically, Todd, the owner, will book you any day of the week that you want to go. You just need to give him a message on Facebook and get it scheduled with him. And he'll take you up to this exact same spot, or the galena spots, or the druse spots, or whatever you want from there. He literally has such a cool variety of minerals on his spot. He'll take you up there and he'll show you exactly where to dig. He'll show you what other people have done. He'll show you where I went today. So tell him I sent you. Get out there and find some cool crystals. He's a good landowner. He's such a nice guy. And man, he hooked me up today with allowing me to come up there and dig out these calcite crystals. So Todd, thank you. Bluff View Farm, go visit it. It's amazing. If you like and subscribe to the video, thanks for watching. See you later.